Hey guys, it's Keri B. It's my first video of the new year, and to celebrate that, I'm using a bunch of old products. Yay! So we're gonna see some stuff from the Eyes Times 9 that came out in 2017, as well as some products from the Steve J and Yanni P collection. And then we're gonna marry that with some new things that are happening, like Waterweight Concealer and Beauty Blenders. You may have noticed that I got a new intro for my videos. A friend of mine from college made that for me, and I think it's really cute. I hope you guys liked it. So shout out to Buff Harsh on that. Thanks very much. Additionally, I got a new present for the Hanukkah Christmas holidays, and my husband got me the Riki Skinny mirror from Glamcor, and I'm using it today, so you may notice some new angles, and I'm still figuring it all out, but I like it so far. It's nice to have the camera like right in the middle of the mirror, and it is lit. Now, of course, because I don't pay attention, I did not actually plug it in yet, so I'm actually still using my ring light, but I need as much light as I can get. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. So after shooting the intro and stuff, I noticed that I look a little bit shiny in some weird spots from this water weight. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Patrick Star translucent powder and just powder in those places that need a little bit more mattification, if you know what I mean. So just to the T-zone. Everywhere else I don't mind shine. This winter is killing my lips, so we're going to start with a little bit of scrub. Just a little lip conditioner that can sit on my lips while I'm putting my makeup on. It's so exciting because M.A.C has this new collaboration with Beauty Blender. So yeah, we're going to show these today. So I just mixed a little NC20 and a little NW20 together, and I'm just applying it through the center of my face. I had a little moment right here. I don't know what's going on, of course, the day I want to do a video, but it's all right. That's why we have makeup. So as a general rule of thumb, I actually wait to powder till the end if I use powder at all, but because I've got a little unmentionable right here, we're going to go ahead and powder it right now. And this is the Patrick Star Invisible Powder. So my friend posted this article about going deeper instead of wider, which is a concept I don't really understand because that means you don't buy anything new. I'm not very good at that. I love to buy things. But I thought it would be an interesting experiment today to look at some old products and see if we could refresh them in some way. So I'm going to go ahead and use a lot of things that have come out into 2017 and see if I can create a fun makeup. I'm going to start with a little bit of Show Gold, which is an extra dimension skin finish, and we're going to use this to start highlighting the face. I'm just going to use this 242 brush, and I'll probably go in with a softer brush as well, but I want to start to lay in that highlight, just capturing where the light hits my face right here. So that's a good guide. If you have a light or direct light coming in, you can just move your head around, and wherever your bone actually picks up light is where you're going to want to intensify. Maybe I lied about a softer brush. You know, I always go for that 190, but I'm just going to dance that right on top of my cheekbone. And again, I think it's important to give your foundation just a couple seconds to set up, so that's why I start with the eyes and then work my way into the face. Okay, little blast from the past. This is the semi-sweet Eyes Times 9, and you know, all you guys know that I'm obsessed with this ochre kind of color here, so I'm going to use this in the crease of my eye and to create some contours. I'm going to start right in the middle of my eyelid today. So I really want you to be able to see this color. And I think it's important to have your eye open a little bit so you can see how high you're going with your color. Because if you do it with your eyes closed or with your eyes looking down, it may be too low to actually see the color when you open your eye. Okay, this is a new brush coming out soon. This is the 268S. And I'm gonna pick up that same ochre kind of color here. And I'm gonna line under my eye. So I really like this brush. It's really wide and it's really soft, but it's angled, so it gives you a lot of precision. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it is a dual fiber synthetic brush, so that's kind of nice. And I think it would be also great to do like a really fluffy feral eyebrow. And speaking of which, I need to brush up my brows. So because it was a snow day yesterday, and because I am using some older, well-loved products, this is the Red Hot ×9, and I'm gonna do a little bit of color. I love these peachy pink red tones here, so I'm gonna just dab into those and add a little bit of color into my crease. Now I'm using a very thin brush here, not as fluffy as the other brush, and I'm just gonna kind of create a little bit of a line here so I get a lot of intensity of color. And as you can see, it's kind of starting from my eyebrow and then working out towards the outer corner of my eye. So in theory, it kind of looks like I got hit or burned my eye with a curling iron, but I'm going to blend it out and it'll look really pretty. So I am using a softer brush, a fluffier, softer brush like the 224, and I'm just going to go in here and just buff that in. And it kind of mutes out a little bit with that ochre tone. So you still get color, but it's not as intense. And that is a concept I love and I talk about all the time, and that's dirtying up color. That's why blackened colors and tonal colors, which means that they're kind of gray, work really well in our makeup artist favorites because they're really good at looking like they live in the skin as opposed to they're sitting on top of the skin. So they give a little bit more of a natural look and a little bit more of a easy way to wear color. So you guys know I love extended play lash, but I thought it'd be fun to mix it up a little bit today. So I'm going to use Bold and Bad Lash. And if you haven't seen this mascara before, it has two wands. It has this one, and then the red cap screws off also, and you get this little teeny tiny micro brush. So cute. The reason why I love extended play so much is because it's waterproof and warm water washable. And because I wear glasses, it really keeps my mascara in place all day. But sometimes it's fun to change it up. And as you can see, the Bold and Bad Lash actually gives my lashes a very different kind of effect. It makes them a little bit more doll-like, a little spikier, a little more rock and roll, which I'm not mad at. And it's fun to change it up. The texture of the mascara is a little drier, which I prefer for my lashes. When I have a really wet mascara, sometimes it just ends up everywhere because I fortunately have very long eyelashes, so I end up with it all over my eyeshadow. So a drier mascara gives a little bit more control. I am used to using a smaller brush because extended play has a little brush. So there's some areas I'm noticing as I'm getting into the close-up mirror that I've missed with the bigger brush. So I'm gonna go in with this little teeny tiny and get in there and really work this mascara to the root of my lash, because that's where you get the most effect, right? Is in the root. It really makes the eyelash look way more defined and way more dense. So this little brush is great for getting in there and really making sure that your lashes are covered from the root to the tip. You know, if the holidays got you having a few too many cookies or whatever, you know, it's a great time to use your contour and break out your taupe or your sculpt and really get into those cheekbones and carve them out, which I love to do. So I'm just following the natural shape of my cheeks and just giving it a little bit of a cut. So this is the Yanni Attraction Lip and Cheek palette from the Steve J and Yanni P collection, and I thought it could be fun to do a cream blush today. So I'm going to go ahead, especially with the Beauty Blender out, right? So I'm going to use this fun little pink right here, and I'm going to mix it with a bit of this peach, and I'm just going to dot it on here and kind of like the high point of my cheek with my finger, and then we will blend it out. So I'm using the Beauty Blender And I'm just going to tap this in. I tend to use my middle finger a lot for things. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be inappropriate. And I'm just going to come in and just sort of tap this color on. And it kind of mimics what's happening in my crease. So I think it kind of marries the makeup, which is nice. And then with the blender, you know, I know we've been talking about brushes for so long, but sometimes having a sponge is nice because of all the round edges on this product. You really get a nice blend, and it really helps to melt the product into the skin. Since I already have this product here, I'm going to go ahead and use this same palette for my lip. I'm going to use this really pretty pink tone in here. I'm going to change my finger, and I'm just going to dab this on just for a fresh kind of pinky lip. I mean, it's 9 degrees outside here in New York today. So I'm just looking for a little freshness, and I'm going to just intensify this with a bit of this pink as well. Okay, so this is it. I changed my part up a little bit too. Thought that could be a fun look for January 5th. I mean, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, share, leave a comment. Tell me what else you'd like to see. I'm really looking for new ideas of other videos, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much. See you next time.